jet, it's usually that's a key fraud indicator.
If
right?
a company buys a jet,
if a
all
company
companies?
buys, but not all
the
companies.
UFC bought a
not
jet.
all companies. Let me just make a note of that. UFC jet. No, it's what I mean is obviously it's not like if it's Nike or an established large business.
But you're making so much money you can buy a jet.
Right. If you've got a business that in a space and it's a growing business or it's a new business or a startup, whatever. A purchase of a jet usually is a fraud indicator on the list of all the fraud indicators.
Means you cashed in your meme coin.
Yeah. I'm not cashing mine. Usually, that's a key.
This episode is brought to you by
Right.
GoPuff. Does grocery shopping drive you nuts? The lines and the chaos and the inflated prices. Then you have all these third-party delivery apps with their ridiculous fees, markups, and you still have to wait hours for delivery. Well, enter GoPuff, the game changer. They deliver snacks, groceries, alcohol, essentials, whatever you need straight to your door in just 15 minutes. And get this, it's cheaper than the store because GoPuff uses their own fulfillment centers. No middleman, no crazy markups. It's like Amazon, but for everyday essentials and way faster. GoPuff also just launched cheapest on the planet pricing. Think $2 organic eggs, $2 milk, $5 diapers, $10 Tide Pods. It's insane. Do yourself a favor, download the GoPuff app on your phone, use the code Rogan20 for $20 off your order, and experience faster, cheaper, better shopping. Trust me, you'll thank me later. Okay, research shows that 90% of people don't get the recommended intake of vitamin D in their diet. Now throw in winter with less sunlight and cold weather keeping you indoors. But with AG Vitamin D3 plus K2, you can stay supported all season long. With AG1 and D3 K2, you can support your whole body health with an easy daily ritual. Just wake up, mix it in cold water, and off you go. AG1 is obsessive about sourcing ingredients for absorptions, potency, and nutrient density to make sure they deliver the benefits your body needs to raise your baseline health. They do the work to make sure that you are getting what you need for your body and nothing else. AG1 is a great way to invest in your health now and in the long run, which is why I partnered with them for so long. Try AG1 and get a free bottle of vitamin D3, K2, and 5 free AG1 travel packs with your first subscription at drinkag1.com/Rogan. That's a $76 value gift for free if you go to drinkag1.com/Rogan. Check it out. Have you thought about a Mike Baker meme coin yet?
You know what? It's funny you should say that.
It seems like it's legal gambling is what it is. And it seems like even though it's horrible to do and very unethical to dump it, to pump and dump it, it seems like that's legal for some weird reason.
Yeah.
Because I know that's the turmoil around the Haktua coin, and that's the fear about the Trump coin.
Yeah.
And I think, didn't the president of Argentina do a pump and dump as well, allegedly?
Well, allegedly,
What did he do? What did he do, Jamie?
That is getting way messy this week. I wouldn't even speculate. There's
tell
all
me.
sorts of shit going on with that.
What do you think's happening?
CoffeeZilla had a video come out,
Of course
I think
it did.
late last night.
He's the guy
Some
you
guys-
do not want
yeah.
investigating your shit coin.
Yeah, some guys admitting to stuff that I didn't sound.
They're
legal.
admitting it?
Yeah, I don't. That's why I was like, I didn't even watch the videos yet. I'm just seeing the stuff on Twitter.
We were trying to figure out as a way to do it where you don't pump and dump it, because anybody can kind of make money now, which is so strange. And we're like, we make a JRE coin. What if we didn't dump it? What if we didn't pump and dump it? Like, what would it be for? Would it be, how can you just do that? How can you just...
the regulations are have not caught up yet, right? So and you see that any new emerging business, industry, technology opportunity here, because regulatory policy hasn't caught up,
right?
And so Bob
Dave Portnoy's been paying attention to all this, and he's been buying coins and tweeting about them and then selling them, and he's been making a lot of money. And he's like, "Am I going to jail? Like, what? What is this? Because you're making hours off of one of them."
So he's involved in this too now.
It reminds me.
He's involved in what? Which one? The Argentina thing?
Yeah, I don't. That's what I don't know.
Well, filming it, dog.
I'm trying to
What's
find
going
out.
on?
I don't like. It's called Libra coin, I think. And I don't know if that's the same as the Argentina coin.
Liberation.
And
I think that's what it
they're
is.
going through like whether or not he knew stuff before, or who told him, and what did he know, and
The Portnoy?
And when did he know it?
Yeah, exactly.
He's pretty careful.
Yeah.
He's pretty careful. I doubt he did anything
I wouldn't
illegal.
assume so, but
Also, he's so wealthy, he doesn't have to do anything illegal.
I was gonna say.
But then again, people get fucking crazy greedy.
they do. How much is enough?
Well, they hang out with other billionaires. That's the problem.
Yeah, and you're always comparing yourself to the guy who's got $3 billion. You got
Yeah.
$1 billion, and you're not. How the fuck can you have that much money and not be happy? That's the part I don't.
Well, that's
understand.
what it gets
Yeah.
weird, but I
Yeah.
get it. Like, if
Yeah.
I hang out with Elon Musk, I feel poor.
So does everybody else on the planet.
Yeah, you know,
he's still the richest
when
guy.
you
right?
meet,
Yeah,
like, really,
yeah.
really rich people, you
Yeah.
feel poor, even
Yeah.
if you're really wealthy.
Well, that's the funny. That's the funny thing with him. I always think, like right now, the past couple of weeks in particular, it seems like people are just losing their shit and dropping onto the fainting couch over seeing your private information, right? Your private information, right? What's he gonna do? He's accessing your private information. And you think, okay, well, first of all, I don't think the guy is looking to scam you out of $500, right?
Right, but
He's like, yeah,
the argument's good. Like, he shouldn't be able to scan your information, but
Yeah.
also, is there any evidence that he's doing that? And here's the other question: who else has access to this? Well, it turns
just
out
about every company
turns
out
out
there.
a lot of
Yeah.
people have access to this. Even students that are interns who work in the department have access to
Yeah,
this.
yeah. I think what they're doing is
They're making an
Yeah.
argument, and it's
Yeah.
a good one,
Yeah.
right? If you have a look, if he was evil,
Yeah.
if you do have this evil billionaire who wants to control the world and has access to everyone's credit card and just steals all your money or does whatever.
Didn't that used to be Jeff Bezos? I thought he was the guy who they were focused on. Who
Well,
was
they
the,
were for a
Yeah.
while, but he's just balling. Jeff is just like hanging out on his yacht,
Yes.
bagging his super
Yeah.
hot wife. Like,
Yeah.
he's having a good time.
That sounds a lot better than like chasing government waste and fraud.
Yeah,
frankly. Yeah, I
and
think
like
Jeff's
I remember
got it.
when Elon Musk
Yeah.
was criticizing him for not working hard enough. I'm like, wait a minute, wait a minute.
Yeah.
What is work for? That guy's gets $200 billion. I think you can chill.
Yeah.
When
yeah.
you get $200 billion, then it's time to get that fucking crazy yacht.
Yeah, once you start launching your own rocket ships.
Yeah, you got
I
a
think,
rocket
yeah.
shaped like a
Yeah.
dick.
Yeah.
You're literally trying to fuck space.
That's Austin Powers.
Yeah, have a
Yeah.
good time.
God.
I like the way Jeff Bezos is doing it.
Yeah.
I mean, but I appreciate the fact that Elon is so psychotic in his
Yeah.
drive. It's bizarre, but and also in the face of overwhelming hate.
Oh my God, it is. I mean, part of me finds it very entertaining. Part of me just looks at it and goes, "All you got to." I mean, I think what they're having a problem with is two things: is the messaging and the means of doing this. Right? Everybody, you would think, would agree that. Oh, you're going to go through government spending with a fine-tooth comb. You're going to find the waste and abuse and fraud. Fantastic, right?
Well, this
Everybody
is
gets
one
on
of the
board
things
with
that Clinton ran on
right?
and implemented during his first term.
Actually implemented. Yeah,
Yeah.
There were
Very effectively,
Yeah.
by the way, and
Yeah.
it was a huge boon to our economy.
Yeah, but again, the messaging was different,
But it's also
and the
it's-
means were different.
the Democrats were different. That was a different kind of a Democrat. That was the kind of Democrat I would vote for right now.
Yeah.
I'd vote for Bill Clinton,
Yeah.
despite all the blowjobs and all the crazy shit.
Well, but you weren't involved in that, so
I think that they all did that. I think you get
Yeah.
two types of people who want to be president: pussy hounds and warmongers. I prefer pussy hounds.
Well, but you could be both.
Yes, you could be Genghis Khan.
Yeah.
yeah. You
Yeah.
could just use both.
Good
But
use,
I-
good use of the pronunciation, Genghis.
Well, that
Yeah.
I'm actually listening to an amazing podcast. I'd love to recommend to everybody because Elon recommended it on X, and I've been listening to it. It's fucking great. Fall of Civilizations podcast. They're doing a series on the Mongols right now. Terror in the Steppes. And I am listening to it right now, so that's why I'm saying Genghis correctly.
Okay, no, that's great. All right.
Yeah, they
see,
even
look at-
explain
making
the
a note here.
pronunciation. They
Yeah.
explain where it came from and how it got fucked up over the years of translation into languages that didn't have Cheng. They didn't have
Okay.
that sound, and so Genghis Khan became Genghis Khan. You know, especially when European languages started translating it.
Yeah, that makes everything I know about Khan I learned from Mulan.
Do you know
So,
they didn't even
you know.
fucking know about this whole story until the 1800s? They found a Chinese book, and the Chinese book was written. They thought it was nonsense. They couldn't figure out what it was saying because it was written the history of Genghis Khan and the Khan Empire.
Okay, yeah.
It's fucking
God.
the secret history of the Mongols. It's
Yeah.
fucking amazing. This podcast is fantastic.
Yeah, that does sound great because again, I think when you consider how we're all apparently carrying some of his DNA around.
Not us.
Yeah, not us.
Not
us.
Europeans. Mostly
Oh,
Asians,
damn it.
right?
Okay.
Well, I have a little Asian in me. I
Fair
have like 1% Asian.
Really?
Yeah, 1% Asian,
Huh.
close to 2% African. It's like, but I'm from Sicily, my ancestors, and so I think
Okay.
those are the ones that got raped by the Moors. That's in the movie True Romance. Remember?
Oh yeah, wait,
Remember that
was
scene? Yeah, Christopher Walken. And
Christian Slater? No, not
No.
Christian Slater. Christopher Walken.
who was it with him?
True Romance. There was a whole series of people. Bruce Dern. I
Right.
think, was in there.
Who's
No,
laying that?
Dennis Hopper.
Dennis Hopper.
Dennis Hopper.
That's
right.
right. Christopher Walken and Dennis Hopper. Right?
Yeah,
Is
yeah,
that who it was?
Yeah, that's who it was. They had I remember that they had a scene
Fuck,
together that I
that
remember.
movie's good.
Yeah.
Fuck, that movie's good. That is
yeah.
a great fucking movie.
But yeah, I think if they had come in, if the administration had come in and said, "Here's what we're going to do: we are going to root out waste and fraud. We're going to go after every dollar that's not spent on behalf of the American public and our national security and advancing American interests."